WhatsUp, and I'm co-hosting the show with the amazing eclectic Susan. But you know who I am? They call me the ultimate sugar daddy of Lagos. One, and now on radio they call me Sheikh Obina. One, I'm supporting my Muslim faithfuls. Anybody who's not abiding by the rules, I'll throw you out the window. Also, they call me the vibes machine. They call me vitamin A. See, anywhere you see me, Bill Susan, she will give you the money. Anywhere you see just Bill, she'll collect the money. Yeah, of course. You know how it is. Yes. So, before we go into stuff, how are you doing? You said you developed a little bit of cold. I have been under the weather for a while, but you know, they say the show must go on. I've been on medications as well. Yeah. So, a bit better. We're still, no, I'm stressed. I'm a lot of stressed, according to my friends.
Don't look it.
But how? It's my eyes. My eye no tell you I do stress. So I do like this. That time nurses will say, I wish you. That's left for Friday, but work these days has been stressful. So this is me asking how you are doing now before they say I'm not taking care of you.
I don't have I'm looking for my pillow.
What of jacket? Try and wear jacket too.
It's pillow, my pillow.
If it's not pillow, you will not take. Okay, we'll get you a bigger pillow. Let's move on with the show. Lagos, Nigeria, help us welcome to the studio. A man who's been doing a lot of work and putting Nigeria on the map where we belong. Help me welcome to the studio, Mr. Dolor. What up, my brother? How you doing?
Thank you, boss.
How you doing? See, Susan is smiling now. She saw you.
She lost her pillow. She lost pillow.
Okay. Dolor, they refer to me as mattress, Abi. Boca foam. It's okay. I know where you're coming from. But anyway, the man is a Guinness world record holder. Twali, we say Twali for that one because he's been doing too much. And yes, we'll tell you, he just broke the Guinness World Record. He did 60 hours, 15 seconds. He has the record for the longest stand-up comedy show by an individual in the world. Not be Nigeria, not be Africa. In the world. Lagos, Nigeria, anywhere you're watching us from. All right, help us welcome again, Mr. Dolor. You know, easy. You know, I had a co-anchor this show. Her name is Dolor. Her name was Dolor. Oh my God, she would have had so much fun because that name, you know, and anywhere you are, you know yourself. I won't say much. Anyway, Mr. Dolor Kewe, aka Mr. Dolor, is adorable. I need you to pronounce that surname again. Irene. No, Kewe Obakere. Obakere. All right, I'm learning that one. And Ugeli, North of Delta States. I knew that because I said you're my in-law. So after the end of the show, you bring wine, not try out. He's a graduate of Delta State University, Abraka, studied library and information science and graduated in 2012. He's a scriptwriter, a content creator, a movie production manager, and a stand-up comedian. Mr. Dolor has been in the game of comedy professionally over 15 years and has done a lot of shows. Mr. Dolor proved himself 27th February to March 1st, 2025, as he broke the Guinness World Record for the longest stand-up comedy show by an individual. He's funny, creative, and determined. He was a one-time director of socials, Delta State University, Abraka, 2011 to 2012. He's also a vibrant and prolific master of ceremony. So we're going to see a whole lot of that today. We're going to see comedy. We're going to see him kill it. It's one of the things that I can't wait to ask him. We're saying, yes, you've been doing this for a very long time. So we're honored to have you in the studio. Like I always say, we've had a lot of people come through the studio. We've had Grammy Award winners. All right. And Wasa was here a couple of months ago. We've had Guinness World Record holders come through the studios, and this is actually the 4th Guinness World Record holder to come in here. It is not a mean feat. So I want to say we're glad and honored to have you here. Now we'll start by asking you, you've been in the comedy business, or the business of comedy entertainment for over 15 years. What was the moment you knew that stand-up comedy was the thing for you, was your calling?
Yeah, I actually started from when I don't have much for hard work. Brother,
Easy.
I don't get much for hard work. And the talent is already there, And when I try some other stuff, so I find out that I don't have passion to do anything else. But when I do comedy, one time, it's just that not even pay me. Don't pay me, I enjoy doing it. So I had to discover that no, this is my past. I have to do it.
Really beautiful. Yes. So 15 years. Susan, what do you think about that? 20 years.
20 years.
Wow.
Wow.
I think passion is a very big drive.
Yes.
What he said now, like you could do it without being paid for it.
Oh, true.
So that speaks volume.
Yeah, if it's for the money, I don't think I should be in the comedy right now because I'll tell you that I've already benefited from it financially. For the passion, the love for it. When I do it, seeing people happy, this me like this is my game. Because I enjoy seeing people when they're happy. But I see you say you're not doing happy. I believe you do it. What is going to do this person happy? The best to give you the service that
Crack the joke.
understand now. Stop your body with You're just the connector, you don't know how to that.
All right, Susan, you have questions for him,
Yes,
I believe.
do. I sure do. So, okay, talking about comedy, you like to see people happy. Just to tell me you've never been down, you've never had that moment, your downtime. So, what's the biggest challenge you faced as a comedian? How did you overcome it? Do you ever go down? Are you ever sad? So, tell us more about that.
There are lots of challenges. Social, when you have something to show to people or to show to the world, but you don't always need someone to show it out. You understand? So, social platform. Imagine 20 years now, I've not been able to climb some major platform. And that's one big challenge that I've been doing. But I have to find a way out of it. I'm a problem solver. Yeah, so immediately I actually came to Lagos early 2018. And I've been grinding, trying to, many people, when somebody saw that I wanted him, they said, Baba, I don't know you for the industry. You can imagine somebody that has been in the industry for years, as 20, came to Lagos 2013, for nobody does see. I've been backstage struggling to perform.
How did that make you feel when you heard it?
I'm actually expecting it because truly at the time I had to go back to my brain. When you try to struggle to perform on some big platform, they are not giving you opportunity.
Yeah.
You struggle, usually sometimes in the hotels, we hold the mic, and they come less. When you hold the mic, you don't really tell people, Baba, go tear this show. Say this show, I don't offer. And before you know, they just come on one bigger comedian that okay, now you hold mic, you just say, okay, let's get quick and just come on big comedian. When I mean, they go and say, they will tell you here, may they come on that big comedian call you. And you have to think, after this comedian, I maybe go next. And the next thing, based on you not getting him now, they'll say they don't raise the bar. You don't go again. You just weak, So it's so depressing, and you have to go back to drawing board. But when they say, the kid will not get papa, mama. From where for that people they advise their mates like they take the comedian. So we have to go back to the drawing board to see how we can get our platform for ourselves.
All right, that's beautiful. It took you 60 hours and 15 seconds to be able to complete this world record. How was the experience? Because I've been live in the studio with I think her name is Mary Gold. She attempted and she did win the Guinness World Record for the longest TV talk show by an individual. It was, I think, over 100 hours. I went there to support her and my brother. That is the darndest thing ever. You know, when you're interviewing someone who hasn't slept for days, she'll be interviewing me and the interviewer is sleeping. She's dozing off. So I have to say, this is what happened when me and you were doing. And she'll say, and we had to drag her. Mr. Macaroni was there. Mommy Wa, a whole couple actresses, everybody came through to support her. I wish I did know when you were doing your own, would have come through. And this other chef, I'm trying to remember her name. No, not Hilda Bashi. There's another chef that was on this show. Peter Obi came. Hilda Bashi was open space. Her own was in the kitchen. She didn't leave the kitchen for the period of, and she cracked the world record, though they are yet to bestow it on her, but it was not easy. What dragged us there, especially me, was food.
I know.
I chop everything. All as the delicacy they come out. Now me they will say, how far? Let's ginger.
I know say you not come. I know say you not come out because food not dinner.
You know, if I had known, I for come at least to come and give you the Galaxy TV. I like all those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But tell us the experience. How was it not sleeping for 60 hours?
It's always easy, you know. It took me lots of training and rehearsals. Lots of physical fitness and some dieting stuff, some kind of food, training of my voice. I go for any morning exercise. Sometimes I have to stay awake. You understand? So, I have to change my sleeping pattern. You understand? I know when you change, the way you change it, it will just work out. You understand? So I had to be doing all these things. And when the whole thing started, I won't lie to you. My biggest fear was the sleeping. That was my biggest fear actually. I can go as far as 100 and something hours cracking joke. But my biggest fear is that I will be when you call it sleep, And one of the criteria is that you must not stop talking for up to 1 minute. So you must keep talking. If you keep your mouth shut for 1 minute, it's gone.
My
You
God.
get it? So it was the sleeping aspect that I was actually considering, you understand? But if I tell you that I did, at the time when I was going for my break, I was not saying, okay, don't sleep. I had to back up like about 40 minutes break so I can maybe sleep not recover. For the 60 hours I didn't sleep. Funny enough, after that
You will still not be able to sleep.
after that Sunday, because I finished Sunday morning 12 a.m. I slept till 5 hours. I woke up again. I even went to another show that same Sunday.
Wow.
When people see me, they say, "What did they do you?" You understand? So I already did this training before time, so it was easy for me to go through the 60 hours.
So, if anything, you're a man of perseverance, like for you to keep going.
Yeah, that's my person.
I understand. After they don't hear way, you don't get any choice. Man must make a.
They
give you motivation.
My head is like, you see, you don't have to introduce yourself. People, anywhere you go, you can't be introducing yourself. Let them introduce you. You must do this. Everybody wants to see you. But at the time, the best support actually came. Now was one of the biggest motivation. I didn't actually get any support from any company, any brands. It was individual, as in street support. As in, when I mean street support, small change from different people. I say, no, Dolor, you know, 50. As in mamas, as in people were just like, you don't say. No, I say, if people can believe in me like this, no.
They go for the hand.
At a time, if you want to say now, lack of funds, I was ready to go because when it was 56 hours, there's one strength that came on again to go another 24 hours. But as I look at my pocket, my pocket said, you try, my brother. Not this stage where you do. After you cut stage, you go pay. So I had to, at 50, because I was actually going for 50 hours. So at 50, they were already telling me, Baba, you don't try now, 55. Oh, yeah, cut her now. Comedians are like, nah, you done the weekend. They can't go where people that you understand? So it's one of the drive, knowing that people believe in you. Lots of people are just doing you are doing your thing, but you don't know people are actually they wish you well, but they don't really know what to do to you. So immediately I came out that this is what I want to do. I would like to do family and friends. I tell people that I can't be among those people that say I made it by myself. No.
Not self-made.
No, I'm not self-made. I made it by people supporting me because they know I have it inside.
That's a mean feat for someone to come out and say this kind of things. Yeah. I just remembered this boy that came out which day, Fido.
Yeah.
Joyce called me. He came out to say nobody helped him in this life. And then screenshots now started coming from people who had helped him. His name was not Fido in the beginning. It was something before Fido. They said, why don't you shorten it to Fido? Nigerians will love this. And they helped push him. Now he feels that he's big. According to the story, he's come out to say, nobody helped me. Nobody did it. That's something that Portable does a lot. And he plays around it. So you have someone like this who says, and I was intrigued and touched by this story, like, now people, there's in my success story.
Streets.
Yes.
There's a way some people look at street. That sense of streets is bad. Leave streets, but
street
does
the most.
Now street. We not come out for street. Not your worry. Not get where we make a reach. The street we did there. We even ready to FMO carry island road streets. Yes, now.
May put them together.
I really love it. I won't lie to you.
Okay,
true.
Mr. Dolor, now that you've broken this record, what's the next big goal for your comedy journey?
Okay, I've actually had a different dream entirely as a comedian. At the time, some comedian feels maybe it's competition or something. I'm not this kind of a competitive comedian. I don't actually like competition. I like doing my things differently. Now, I'm not actually seeing just Nigeria market. I'm seeing a comedy of an international comedy where we do a special. You see the host of Kevin Hart shutting down the stage on board by themselves. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing hereby a comedian will be paid $1 million like you are seeing in the music industry. I'm not busy. I'm not to compete with Nigeria comedians. I'm seeing myself going like presently now, immediately after my record, I'm already planning on my national tour.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to be touring around the 6 states of Nigeria and the capital. By the grace of God, after that, I'm going to Africa.
That's a good one.
I have lots of plans already. Like my 3 years is already set to plan.
Wow. I'm going to help you run and we go up. Okay, that brings me to my next question. You don't say no to compete with any Nigerian comedian, right? Okay, so if you have the opportunity to do a comedy skit with an international comedian, who would it be and why?
Yeah, talking about international. Before I go international, I want to play with us.
Okay.
I like my house.
Like this.
Nothing will carry me go stay outside country.
Yeah.
I like Nigeria. My best, everything about Nigeria is the best. First, basket match.
Okay.
My papa love me, inspire me. As far as I'm an international comedian, you understand? Then Chris Rock. Me and Chris Rock, side by side. Papa. Somebody I have respected and I know the play with him comedy. I see myself inside the family. Somebody I look forward to work with something.
All right, that's a very good one. We have Mr. Dolor. Sometimes I tend to call him Dr. Dolor because he does. Yes, he's an educated comedian, and some of the best came through Abraka University. Like you have the likes of AY, So let me tell you something about persistence and resilience. When you have someone who looks back and says to himself, it feels like the greatest motivation. A lot of people have done stuff for me. A lot of people believe in me. I cannot fail. Ask yourself this question. Who is believing in me right now? And then you have the answer. Let's go on this quick break. Susan is still in the studio. Dr. Dolor is here, or Mr. Dolor is here, of course, or I leave it for you. It was sights and sounds from Mr. Dolor's Guinness World Record holding famous win. It was really beautiful. You saw how people were excited and happy at his success. I'll ask you this question again. Who is happy for you when you win? Some of you, when you win is when others want to kill you. Yes, that's something you don't know. I was speaking with someone yesterday, and I'll tell you this. A lady lost her life. She was taken to the hospital several times, and there was nothing diagnosed that was wrong with that girl. She's one of the most beautiful women I have ever seen in Nigeria. Let me tell you, she was dating someone else's husband. And I don't want to say or speculate, but I feel when you go to the hospital and they cannot see something wrong with you, and then the person dies, what do you think happened? The wife warned her one time, and she did not take a listen to it. Some of you like to play 10-10 with your life. Table tennis, back and forth. You think it's fun. You won't work. Your mates are working. Your mates are grinding. They are there, but you refuse to do the same thing. This is someone here in the studio who took it upon himself to shame the devil, shame other people. And now, in his CV, his resume, there's no command in the world that has what he has now. He's currently world record holder, Guinness World Record holder for the longest stand-up comedy show by an individual. What are you doing to put your name on the map? That's a source of motivation and inspiration for a whole lot of you. I don't know what you're thinking in your heart to, I don't know what you're doing, but this man is here, and I'm learning from the fact that he's done a lot. Which brings me to this question. You are, aside being a comedian, you're a content creator, you write comedy skits and scripts. How do you get to balance these creative lifestyles together? Because it's really something I need to learn from.
Talking about my script writing and content creating. I'm this kind of person that I don't get easily distracted. I use my time and manage my time very well. I already know that I'm time to I barely go out when I'm really out. I'm not doing my content, I'm writing scripts. I'm not writing scripts and solving a performance. That's it. And I balance it up. If you contract me for a script, if you tell me the number of maybe episode or movie you want, I already know the time to take. I don't like whereby maybe I now maybe disappoint you. I give you the time and I work towards that. And when I'm not having that, I focus more on my content creating. And from my content creating, when I get an event, if I don't have chance, I do this and I'm going to do everything. If you call me for an event, if I don't have that chance, I'll tell you I don't have that chance. So getting it done it's so easy for me.
Okay. So you studied library and information science at Delta State University. Do you think that knowledge has anything to contribute to your creative journey?
I never knew it would have helped when I was looking for admission.
Okay.
Until after this my graduation and coming to the industry, and I knew how important. Because at then I wanted studying theater arts.
Okay.
But unfortunately, me when you say I'm not getting now when you say to do apart from maybe future political ambition. I know I will never go and do future. So I just said, okay, I don't really need to then go for knowledge. So when they do library and information science, I'm like, well, I'll take it. But as time goes on, I discovered that man, if you use this thing well, why don't they get information for about your entertainment? So apparently it's very difficult for you to ask me anything about entertainment. Except they are not good at that. It really helps, most especially on this my attempt. I was reading. Now I'm liking that. getting information from different angles. I know where to go. That's why it's easy for me to have a plan as long as
Sorry, what you talk just remind me when we did school. Person say you go, yeah, the lecturer give me. But if you pass, you go say, my AI.
All right, as we wrap up the show, I just want to ask this very few questions, or one question. What would you say to someone out there who wants to be the next Mr. Dolor? Someone who was in your place when you were nobody, and who thought to themselves, why don't I do something for the world to see? You know, greatness, there's something always inside you that will push you. Now that push always comes. It's craziness and laziness that make you say, oh, I think I just relax. But once that drive comes and says, you know what, you gotta do this thing, then you do it. If you don't do it, you've lost that opportunity. So what would you say to someone? How do you motivate someone who's at home, who wants to take up the step to become the best version of themselves? Who would you say to that?
what I would say to them is that you have to be who you are and be consistent. If you are not ready to be consistent, I don't think you can do it that way. Irrespective of challenges that you pass through, Mr. Dolor has been through it a lot. You can imagine somebody that has been through it for 20 years. If I don't know that he will follow me in this industry. So imagine somebody as me that has been in the industry for 20 years at least. Now, the fifth stage they know me. So you can imagine that what you call the motivation is you have to be consistent and persistent. That you see this goal and the two, so I must get it. You like maybe say people they drag me. You know many people don't call me, they tell me, say, you not go find work. You never marry. When they remind me of the problem, and that's not only I do. Me and God not tell me where I will be. So as far no date yet, I will be pushed I get that. So have it at the back of your mind that whatever you are pursuing, be it comedy, acting, script writing, or whatever area, pursue it. There is a road there. You get that good. Don't look at anything. Just for people who will distract you. But as long as you believe in it, first of all is believe. If you believe in that, go after it. Don't worry. Family, friends, don't worry. No one correct. Now you correct.
That's strong. Listening to that, it's enough said. There's nothing else you need to do. The man, you don't finish work. Anyway, how do we stream and watch or download stuff from Mr. Dolor?
Okay, on my Zara platform, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, it's at Mr. Dolor Official. At Mr. Dolor Official. Then on Facebook is at Mr. Dolor Studio. Mr. Dolor Studio on Facebook. Other platforms are Mr. Dolor Official.
All right, Mr. Dolor Official. Head on there to download, watch, stream everything, YouTube, TikTok. The man has done so much for comedy, and it's a main feat to see that. I was expecting a whole lot of people to come through as regards bigger men, because I heard in the industry, especially comedy, that the big cats do not want to allow the ones coming after them to overtake them. You can't be there for forever now. What do you think? I heard that. How true is that anyway?
Well, personally, I have my own, because you know how people see things. I tell people, somebody was saying that why are the guy not raise people? See people why they raise people. Everybody are not saying the same thing. Some persons don't just have that part of it. Personally, I will tell you that they are trash. Because when they actually started, this platform will not there. Now, if you can see now, look at AY, did AY open mind. He did other competitions for young ones. Then look at Alibaba also did what's it called, Alibaba's Continental, where he was giving out that. Also, you will see some other upcoming comedians that Basket also. So I just feel Baba there now where their power reach now they do. So then you, like me, I believe if somebody is doing something, is not doing it, it's for me to go there and do it. When I saw that they are not giving me platform, they are not giving me the opportunity.
You have to
I feel that
take.
they have all their plans already.
Yeah.
Let me go and I have a lot in my mind. Let me do this. And immediately I did this. They saw Ali Baba was reposting my show. Even Basket was even telling me that if he had chance, he had a show, he did the store.
Yes.
And he was supposed to come back that he was even telling me I beg. So what will I do now since I'm not available? He was now asking me. That's why I have not met him before. Just on phone. He was even appealing to me. So, bro, what thing I will do now to support you? You understand? So to me, their manner of approach to enter this first is that you know that okay, we need to support you. Or this person, it does not have manner of approach. Because the person will not go tell you how to approach this person will tell you not support that. You understand? So to me, they are supporting the level of their power.
All right, that much you can take. Thank you, Mr. Dolor, for coming through to the studios, and God bless you for coming through. Susan and I are honored to have you here.